So I'm just going to run you through what's here. A young lady by the name of Liv is actually running this section. This is monitor land, so she's mixing the sound that goes to the artist's speakers, also that goes to their in-ears. She's also in charge of radio mics, so making sure they have batteries and deploying them, along with a stage tech who's currently behind us. Just to show you what's happening. This is the console that's driving monitors, so otherwise known as foldback. Same brand as the front of house console, just a little bit smaller. It actually handles more channels. It's a maximum of 92 channels, this board. Very popular foldback board. Over here we have a bunch of in-ear transmitters. So these take signal from the console and feed belt packs, and the artists wear them in their ears so they can hear themselves sing and they can hear each other sing. On top of that, signal is being sent from this foldback console to a whole bunch of amplifiers and then out to the speakers that are on stage. You can see across the other side of stage there's one over there. This comedian, we call that a foldback wedge. So that's, on a band we might have anywhere upwards of 8 of those running. So they're all separate mixers. So the person who's doing foldback isn't just mixing once, they're mixing multiple times. The foldback engineer is also often in charge of making sure amps are turned on, along with the stage tech, who's in charge of the patching. Over here, we've got 2 channels of wireless handheld. These are cheap and nasty ones, and then we've got 4 channels of high-end wireless handheld. And then over here, we've got 4 channels of belt pack, which we can use for headsets and guitar, wireless guitars and that sort of stuff. It's the same technology. The artist wears a transmitter and these are the receivers. In the case of the in-ears, this is the transmitter and the artist wears the receivers. Last but not least, I just want to talk a little bit about the patch. So this is the patch on any standard festival. This is the rack for the front of house console. This has got a whole bunch of XLRs on the back of it, taking every channel from stage. This is the rack for the foldback console. This has got a whole bunch of XLRs on it, taking channels from stage. Well, how do they get there? This is how. They get split. So this is a splitter rack. So this current one has 48 channels of split. So every channel, if you plug a mic in, comes into the split and goes sent 2 ways. One to the front of house rack, one to the monitor rack. That way, both engineers are getting that same channel into their console on the same number. There's one last piece to this puzzle, and it's the drop box. We get a drop box out.
There's one here. I don't want to bend.
No, leave it. So we don't actually run mics straight into that split. What we use these drop boxes, make sure everything's labeled and makes sense, and then we have a multi-pin cable, an LK connector, which connects in here. That then takes 8 channels to the split, and the split then splits out those 8 channels to both consoles. That particular split's capable of doing 3 consoles. Today we're only using 2, front of house and foldback. I think that's enough.
Do you want to say like a wrap up, words of encouragement, something?
Oh yeah, so this is it. I don't know what to say.